Think freelancing is dead and there's no money left for the little guy? Well, think again. I'm going to show you 5, maybe 6 key areas you and your mate, I'm talking about him back there, yeah, you buddy, are probably doing wrong that's taking money off the table and actually causing you to lose clients. Without further ado, today, we're breaking down how you can fix those problems. Actual special trick at the end. Like I said, maybe I give it to you, maybe I don't. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. So yes, guys, today we're breaking down my first-hand success story as a full-time freelancer for many years, but also backing it up with nuanced points and additions for my private members community, Video Production Plus, over 350 active members in there, crushing it. We've got kids who are joining us making a couple $100 a month. A month or two later, they're making over 5-6 grand a month. Their life has changed. You know, some of the kids aren't even 20 years old yet. So www.videoproduction.plus, join the winning team. Let's get started with today's video. This is a pivotal decision. There are a couple different types of freelancing, right? So in America, for example, I think something like 60 million people are freelancers, but they fall into different categories. You've got commission work, aka I'm just doing project hopping, one-off gigs. Then you have employers who actually, you're kind of like a full-time employee, but they don't really want to commit to you and give you like a set salary, and they kind of want you working more like on a maybe hourly rate. For me, there was 2 main areas, 2 main fields, if you will, that I identified early on in my freelance career. And I used a combination of them both to make a full-time career. Those 2 fields are remote work, aka video editing over the internet, and live event videography, music videos, actual videography on-site full production work. You want to pick which area you're going down. I have videographers that follow me that just want to be crushing the videography-based stuff for sure. I killed the club game, I killed the low-budget music video game. That was certainly a significant income stream for me, but it wasn't the main piece of the pie. The main piece of the pie for me was the digital freelancing landscape on the internet. I went out to the internet, I landed my consistent clientele on Upwork.com, also just remote clients, whether I'd be sending out emails, I'd be hitting people on social media, etc. And they paid me significant sums of money through the internet. A tiered system for building a consistent income is what I recommend to you guys. I build up my core income, my $2,000, $3,000 a month off the back of remote video editing on the internet. Then I went to work project hopping, and I would do one-off videography gigs to boost my income to get to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Whole bunch of different variety. Pick your fill wisely. A combination was what worked for me. Building a track record, building social proof, making yourself out to be someone of substance, someone people even care to want to work with, is obviously the first year or 2 of your career. For me, the way I got over this initial hump of proving myself and actually getting the word out there about my services is I took any job that came to me in the first year, year and a half. There were some things that I turned down for sure, like if it was completely unfavorable, I wouldn't go do it. But for the most part, I was taking whatever budget was put forward to me. Didn't matter if it was 100 quid to come up to Bristol, I'd spend 30 quid on the travel there and back, didn't matter. I still wanted to actually interact with a client. It wasn't so much about making the most money. It was about establishing a track record, establishing a clientele. After a year, year and a half, I'd touched hundreds of projects. The word had gotten out that Jack Cole was a videographer and work was coming to me because I'd made a good first impression. The more vocal you guys are in the early days on social media in your current area, the more people know about you, the more work it will result in the future. Before we continue with the video, guys, I want to make sure you're aware that we just dropped our biggest update yet for Video Production Plus. The VP Plus Wiki has officially been rolled out. Content has been organized like never before. Finally, we take you directly to the assets that are going to provide the most value to you, whether it be landing more clients and income, improving your editing skills, networking and becoming part of a team, or even build a team of editors and scale your video production business into an agency. We've got you covered. Massive case studies are being built out here for the success stories that we're seeing inside VP Plus. Take what's working for them. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. We've also got all of our video editing assets and courses organized here perfectly. We've got our Start Freelancing Masterclass, which is 2 hours long, our full-time freelancers, an hour and a half, our Outreach Masterclass, 4.5 hours of pure value, 1,000+ digital assets, all of the other benefits that come with Video Production Plus, and most importantly, a 350+ member community to help you out, give you feedback, and essentially encourage you on this fantastic journey. Link down below or go to videoproduction.plus, and I'll see you there. We just went over making a good first impression. After you've done that, even say you've built a track record, you still need to have a system developed for marketing, for attention generating, for reach. Now, the only difference between the most poppin' videographer in your city or the most popular video editor that you know of, the only difference between them and you is that more people simply know about them. What do my students in Video Production Plus do? Why are they crushing it more than your average editor? The reason is because of a different version, a tweaked edition to mass outreach. It's mass attention. Mass attention is a caveat. One, you could go down the traditional route. Okay, I'm going to join Video Production Plus. I'm going to take the outreach masterclass. I'm going to start just smashing outreaches out there, 100 messages a day, whatever, but it's not optimized. An optimized version is a mass attention generator event where they'll come onto VP Plus. They'll use VP Plus as an engagement group. They'll use the initial following to blow up their social media. Then they post before and afters that position them as an expert on social media. Again, the VP Plus community engage with it. It blows it up. It amplifies the reach. That content then makes its way across a client's feed. They reach out to the VP Plus student. They send them an inbound lead. They send them a message. They say, hey, I saw your content. I want to hire you. That's mass outreach in a different way. It's using an attention generator. It's using a viral format, the before and after. We talk about that a lot in VP Plus. I would advise you to join VP Plus and actually get our firsthand guidance, putting the strategy together. Get the help of the VP Plus community. Talk to me on a one-on-one call. We're still doing free one-on-one calls inside Video Production Plus until we hit 500 members. We have 350 members right now. The next 150 people to join, I will honor a free call. In the future, it will cost. I'm not too sure what it's going to cost. I'm not going to chew your arm and leg off for it, but it will cost something. It'll be impossible to keep doing free calls when we have such a big community. At 350 members, I can still manage it. You don't have to predict the future. You just have to get into a habit of working with clients. Naturally, you're going to like some of them more than others. Then you're going to build a character profile for the ones you like, and you're going to go after clients that you like. Simple as that. But you need to work with a bunch of clients before you know which clients you like. If you join a new school and you start talking to kids, it's your first day of school. You know what? I don't really like that kid over there. He's a little bit weird. I don't like that guy. He smells. I like those people. They're cool. Clients are a very similar thing. You're going to have hit or misses. I've had clients who it was completely different opposite ends of the lunch table, so to speak. However, I've had clients that were more close to my age and the vibes are better. The sales call was fun. It wasn't really much of a sale. Maintenance calls are very fun, lots of jokes, etc. That's the kind of clients you want to work with. However, the clients that are fun for me might be completely different to the clients that are fun for you because you're a completely different human being. I don't really have any major strategy for vetting other than work with a lot of clients. You'll naturally like some more than you like others. Those are the type of clients you want to go for in the future. So did you know that 80% of freelancers actually failed within their first 2 years? So only 20% of people actually come out the other side and build a full-time freelance career. That's absolutely crazy. However, for those that don't quit, there is something that is beautiful that happens. Picture a snowball at the top of a mountain. It starts off very small. It starts rolling down the hill. By the time it gets momentum, it's picking up so much snow. It gets so big. It's going so fast. It's unstoppable, right? That is the snowball effect in any area of the business world that you're grinding. I'd worked on so many projects over the course of my first 2 years, and I'd become one of the 20% that have broke through. I was one of the successful freelancers. I was making thousands and thousands of dollars a month completely remotely from the internet. About 22 years old, 23 years old, a couple years ago, I wasn't applying to any work. Work was coming to me, was finding it. Random people who I knew for the past, hey Jack, I know you're doing the videography stuff. We've got this project. Do you want to have dinner? We want to tell you about it. It was more of a passive approach because the word had gotten out there. I'd done my marketing right. We'd succeeded. Awesome, cool. Work was coming to me. I was still hustling. However, it wasn't as intense and I'd begun to make it to the promising land. And that's where we get to next. This is what I was talking about the continuation from number 5. I said there's a special number 6. This is reaching freelance success status. For me, reaching freelance success status was I'd done the first 2 years right. I had remote work over the internet, left, right, and center, like nuts. I'd also built up a YouTube platform talking about my career, and I had people finding me inbound leads through YouTube saying, hey, can you edit this? Hey, can you edit this? Hey, can you edit this? They had loads of marvelous budgets for me because of the numbers I had on YouTube. The proof of concept was there. Most importantly, I didn't have to do any outreach. Like I said, I had clubs who were coming back to me. I had relationships in the city of London built up and they would recommend stuff to me. There was so much variety that was coming to me. This is the pearly gates. This is the promised land. And in retrospect, I don't know if it would have been that marvelous if I hadn't have eaten shit in the early days, really taken anything I could get my hands on. For example, a connection I made that I'll end this video on this, right? It's a phenomenal takeaway, right? In terms of networking. One of the real low budget nightclubs that I filmed back in the day when I was doing my low budget circuit, I got paid £100 to come to London from Devon. I was in was in like the countryside, came, filmed this promoter's event. The event was a flop. No one turned up. They ghosted me, weren't even hitting me up, weren't gonna pay me the 100 quid. Finally, one of them paid me the 100 quid out of his own pocket, one of the promoters. I built a relationship with him. All of a sudden, a few months later, he goes on to get hired at one of the biggest nightclubs in London, ends up getting me a gig filming Future, one of the biggest rappers in the entire world, and that was a major stepping stone to then film A$AP Ferg, Tyga, Nelly, Fat Joe, all these other big celebrities that came next as a result of that Future club video that I did, which was as a result of literally just securing a connection with a dude who was kind of a shit muncher, right? Just a random club promoter. And that right there is my sign off to you. Check out VP Plus if you're not inside for $24.99 a month. It's worth a gamble. Like, even if you're skeptical, I like Jack, I kind of don't like Jack. Am I gonna give it a shot for $24.99, mate? It's not that much of a gamble. You can cancel it if you don't like it. Join us, trust me. It speaks for itself. I'm gonna stop showing it. Come join us. This video right here is a banger. I want you guys to go check it out next. This is the perfect continuation from what we're talking about in this video, and I'll see you there. 3, 2, 1, peace.